Hello, all. Welcome back to Castle. Today we are going to discuss Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and just my genuine thoughts on the Garrett game. I've spent several hours in the game. This is early impressions, so please buckle up, settle down. Let's start off this with I don't hate the game. I like it. There's a lot of good stuff in this game, and this game has a whole lot of potential. It's evident. And before I get into anything, yes, I've heard of all the controversy, and yeah, I've seen it. And considering current day and time, I'm not surprised about it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it is basically it's out of context. It's two guys kissing, and it's basically they're accusing the game of being woke, and I don't think the game's woke. Uh, I'd have to see that it's a choice you can make. So I mean, I'm not surprised the choice is in there. So, but does that make the game woke? I haven't played enough of it to say whether it's woke or not. But there's too many good looking females, and there's too many voluptuous females for this game to be woke. They're not all flat chested. They're not all. And what do I mean by that? They're not all flat chested. Some of them, they're very nice and kind. You trespass, yeah, they do yell and throw stuff at you, but you're trespassing. That being said, the game itself is absolutely gorgeous. It's just a pleasure to look at. It's a pleasure to rummage through it, and there are some stuff about it that I don't quite understand. A Skyrim, a game that is, I don't know, 10 to 15 years old at this point. Skyrim, you walk into a house, store, whatever, you can pick up everything, no matter what it is. This game is very selective about what it lets you pick up and what it doesn't let you pick up. Now let's get into I'm not going to say it's bad, but the stuff that is irritating. The travel in this game is really slow. Fast traveling, there is fast travel, but it is it has its own risk reward to it. If you travel, if you see anyone being assaulted, if somebody tells you to stop, it's 99% of the time a bandit, you're probably you're outnumbered. You're probably going to get your butt handed to you, especially early game. Combat will come later. I don't even want to get into this next one. Crafting. The game is very immersive, and it's trying to make it as real as possible. And I can appreciate it. But there does come a point in time, or to me, that it might be a little too immersive because it takes forever. We're talking 10 to 15 minutes to craft even one item. I spent 4 hours crafting, which, to be fair, you can make money. It's not that hard, but it's a very long and drawn out process. I don't even want to know what tailoring is going to look like. That's cool. Anyway, moving on. Let's just get into it. The combat. The combat is a very mixed bag. I like the concept of it. To a point, I like the execution, but it is very, very uneven. Sometimes you can kill people, sometimes you can't. And if it's 3-on-1, talking about you by yourself, them being three. I've been looking for my dog for I don't know how long, just so I can have someone else to kind of help me. You're I will give the NPCs this. They surround you and do and try to surround you. It's quite impressive just to see how much the NPCs come after you. And that being said, but still, you pick the easy you what you want. Even if you try to pick the easier, what you would imagine would be the easier one, the one that's less. He doesn't have that much armor. His weapon isn't all that. He's just basically got a club. That should be an easier person. You can hit him. It just seems like you're just hitting, and hitting. And you don't know how long you just wind up going, to heck with this. Because you die and you die and you die. And sometimes you run across more heavily armed people, and it's an early game. It's not even fair. You're wasting your time trying to fight them because, like I said, especially if you're outnumbered, they just whittle you down. Even if you manage to kill one of them, you're sitting here trying to kill him, and they'll come up behind you and take you out in 2 hits. Meanwhile, it just feels like it takes forever. This game should have been kind of cooked over a little bit more. I think it was too soon to be released, but it is what it is, and we got what we got. I'm at a 6 out of 10 with this game simply because of all the problems. I'm not saying that score won't change, but as far as everything that's in the game as it is right now, uh, if you're into this type of game, the game is very boring. The walking, because like I said, fast travel, you have to very, very cautious with that. It's safer to walk, basically. And they could have handled this a different way. To get from town to town, they could have just had wagons. Skyrim did it too, so why can't they? You could have a wagon right outside of town. You give him a few coins, and then he takes you wherever you want to go. But it don't do that. And I don't even want to know how much a horse is going to cost in this game. Yeah, I bet you it's going to be way more than six, maybe even 700 gold. I don't know. Anyway, if you're interested in this game and you have not bought it yet, I recommend you waiting. The very least one update, possibly two. The devs are working on it. They've been yelled at, and they said that there are updates coming to rebalance some stuff and redo some stuff. That being said, that's all I've got for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next video.